Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna start making some videos about some comics I have. Look at it in the do some analysis. Look at it in the physical and the digital world. So today we're gonna talk about Star Wars #1. This is my copy, CGC graded 8.5, not the highest grade, but I got one in the real world, and I also have the digital NFTs on Vivi. I have a common, uncommon, and a rare. So we'll be talking about uh, the physicals, the NFTs, and also how it exists in the digital space as well. So stay tuned and let's get to the video. So for the first part of the video, we're going to take a run through of the comic itself. This is Star Wars #1. This is the 30-cent issue. It's marked in July, but it actually came out in April. And why this is so significant, in my opinion, is that this book came out ahead of the movie, which was released in May of 1977. So as we go through the book, you'll see that uh, some of the cool storyline differences from what happened when it hit the big screen. So notice that it says Legends. So this is the Legends series, and uh, this arc basically takes the first movie, which is A New Hope. So here's the cover art. Let's get to the first page. So the interesting thing about this book is it is um, drawn by Howard Chaykin, and Howard Chaykin was a new artist. When I got this book in 1977, I was not happy that they picked Howard Chaykin, who was pretty much new to Marvel. He came from DC. He only did 10 books at Marvel before he moved on. So it starts with Princess Leia's ship being attacked. And then we go through the scene of the stormtroopers, attacking and R2D2 and C3PO. And here's one thing that's really interesting, which you don't see in the movie. In this panel here, Luke is actually watching the battle through his binoculars from Tatooine. So we go through the classic Vader sequence, and one thing that's interesting here, and it'll show you the time back in 1977. Uh, Vader's asking for the information tapes. Uh, so they were still using tapes in Star Wars, in the Star Wars universe. So the next page, the droids escape, and through the life pods, emergency pods, they zap Leia. Looks like they hit her pretty much harder than in the movie. And this section is really interesting in terms of Luke. This is not in the movie. Luke is talking to Biggs and talking about where Biggs is going, and he wants to get off world. He tells Biggs that he saw the battle. Biggs doesn't believe him. Who's going to be fighting over Tatooine? And we go through the rest of the story as Vader interrogates Leia. R2 gets zapped by the Jawas. And there's more of the big story here. So again, this is kind of interesting because you won't see it in the films. But it shows more about how Luke really longs for battle. Shows how he feels stuck on Tatooine. The meeting with Grand Moff Tarkin and the other commanders of the Death Star with Vader. And Vader talks about right here, you'll see he calls it the cosmic force. So that's a little bit different. Uncle Owen picks up the droids. Luke finds the uh, information, and Leia, you know, the fight with Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Luke looking for R2. The Sand People. The battle with the Sand People, and that's where this issue ends. So one really interesting thing here is, again, you'll see some of the storyline that's not in the movie. And one thing I didn't like about it when I got it in 77 is, I mean, no disrespect to Howard Chaykin, I did not like the art. I was very disappointed that they chose Chaykin to do it. I was hoping they choose somebody else back then, like my favorite artist, John Buscema. I really wasn't a big fan of the art in 77. I'm kind of okay with it now. It doesn't look as good as some of the other Bronze Age comics that are out there. But why is this book so significant? Again, let's look at the IP, Star Wars issue number 1. They also have a 35-cent issue, which is more valuable, but it did come out ahead of the film. And let's look at the price of this comic in the real world. So we'll go to Go Collect. This comic at a 9.8, the fair market is 3,900. I have a 8.5. The fair market is about 270. Let's look at the population. There's quite a number of comics that have been graded at 9.8. There's 742. There's a total of 15,000 that have been graded. Of course, you know, the raw population is much higher. But let's look at the graph. And I'll stay, well, let's look at mine. I'll stay with the 8.5. So you can see the price here. It's been slightly upward from 2013. It bumped up right here in 2021, you know, during the pandemic, and we're forming a descending triangle pattern here. I would say support here is at 250, pretty much where it's at now. So I really like it. So I think it. So I picked. I had a higher version of this at one time. I just picked up 8.5 recently because I think around 250 is the floor here. And Physical World Comics, I believe, will go up in value. I hate saying that this is not investment advice. It's so stupid. Let's look at it on the NFT side. So for you NFT collectors, Vivi has the NFTs. And this guy, it comes in 5 rarities: common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare. And we're looking at the common here, which is the original cover. It released at $15. It was one of the more expensive comics on the app. The VV comics normally release at $6.99, and they have some at $10. This came out at $15, and right now the floor price is at $16.90. It hit a high of 75. We can look at the all-time graph, which is basically a descending triangle, and so this is more like the what's happening to most NFTs that have been out since mid 2022. So the pump was back here. So how else can you get this comic? Well, you can also go to Marvel, which is what you just looked at. This is the Marvel Unlimited, which I'm a subscriber of. And if you subscribe to Marvel Unlimited, you can do basically what I did. Is you have well, unlimited access to all the comics, so you can read them. If you want them, you can buy the digital issue for yourself and keep it for $1.99. So getting back to Star Wars, I really think this is a good value. I'm going to work at slowly over time getting my 8.5 up to a higher grade. Well, I hope this was helpful. This is a very interesting comic. I recommend you adding it to your collection in either the physical or digital realm if you want to read it. If you just want to read it, you can drop the $1.99 and get it from Marvel Unlimited. If you want to collect an NFT, you can go to VV, which is vv.me, and you can sign up and you can buy the NFT there in the marketplace. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe and leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of this book. Thanks for watching, and aloha.